So this is the intergrade version. So I don't know. I don't know if everyone has like the whole comic book thing, but it's pretty sweet and well done in here. I'm not gonna read this all because I'm sick, but just trust me, it's really really good. So anyway, stage one. Okay. This is Snake. Colonel, can you hear me? Loud and clear. What's the situation, Snake? Looks like the elevators in the back is the only way up. Just as I expected. You'll have to take the elevator to the surface, but make sure nobody sees you. Let's go over some basics in case you need a refresher. Your mission is divided up into stages. At the top, you'll see this is stage one, just under the stage title. Yeah, do you see that? Yeah, stage one. Just under the stage title, you see how many players can play this stage. Yeah, that's me. It's sneaking stage. It says it's a sneaking stage for one player, so I'm going in alone. I did say this was a one-man infiltration mission, but many other stages support more characters. There are two types of stages, sneaking and boss stages. Each stage has its own setup and special rules. Don't worry, I'll instruct you by codec on how to set up each stage once you get there. For now, follow up the instructions. Okay, got it. Cool. And do the snake voice? I wish. I wish I knew David Hayter. It's like, bro, can you come on? Can we make it a thing? You're like I mean, if I wasn't sick, I'm just saying. Okay, so you gotta put the map out. Map out. It's a very small board for this mission, which is nice. So board tile, blah 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 blah. Okay, so we need girds. One goes there, facing that way. And one goes here, facing this way. And one goes here, facing this way, and snake goes over there. Okay, cool. Hoplo dice tower. If they had a snake dice tower, I'd do it, man. I need one that looks like the tower he jumps off of later on. All right, so we have all of them. We have the elevator. We have the other shaft thing, which we'll worry about later. Okay. Okay. Shuffle the 7 red guard cards and shuffle 10 of the 20 blue ones, returning the unused ones to the box. Stack the blues above the reds. 7 red order guard cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought this wasn't supposed to be, or it was supposed to be on the bottom, but I guess that's wherever. All right, so apparently there's a game over one in here. So that's sad that you get that right away. So that's that. And now we get to get 10 from here. Gears of War was a good board game, kind of reminded me of it. Never got into it. Gears of War was like a love-hate game for me. Like I liked it, but I didn't like love it, you know? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We'll go over the basics of all this, how to play in a second. So don't worry. All right. Shuffle the 6 guard reaction cards. Let me put this in here. Shuffle these bad boys. Oops. Actually, you know what we have to do? Wait. For Twitch. Sorry, YouTube. You won't hear anything. But for Twitch, you'll get the original soundtrack for Metal Gear Solid. I figure I'll give you something a little extra. Twitch. All right. Place Snake's dashboard in front of me. Place the 4 action tokens. Okay, did that. One is in the elevator. Yeah. Once we get there. All right. So then we have the different events and stuff, player actions. Okay, it goes over all the rules and stuff. I think it's pretty easy. Game overs card after all gates activation. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. Okay, I think we're good. Okay. Red under the blue? Yes. Yes. So, the way this generally works, generally speaking, actually, I think most of it's on the back, so it should be pretty easy. A lot of weird noises. Okay. Yeah, okay, we're good. So you're gonna do your player phase, which is you have these 4 tokens, right? And on these 4 tokens, you place them onto your board to do your actions. So you can see like these all cost 1 token. This costs 2. This costs X amount. 1, 1, 2. Red under the blue cards. No, you're right. Red under blue. Those red ones. The reaction ones just go to the side. And then 2 here for silent takedown. This just talks about like who Snake is and whatever. So basically what we could do is we can do we could sneak, which is just move 1 space at a time. So right, we can this remind me of my Gears of War board game. There you go. So you could do like sneaking, going each way, whatever. The guard direction matters, and on their actual thing, there's like a little arrow that points the way it is. Oh shoot. Is that the right way? I think that's the right way. Yeah. So the direction matters and how like their movements work and stuff like that. We'll probably go back to the rules every now and again to get it. But basically you do your 4 actions and then the game does its actions. So you draw and resolve the top card of this deck, and then this card will basically say like what it does or what the game does. Everyone on the board's gonna do something. So I mean, we're sneaky snake, right? So realistically, what's probably gonna happen is like this guy's gonna come down here and patrol this way. This guy wants to patrol this way, and this guy wants to patrol this way. The way the order of operations goes for all of them is based off of this token right here. This is why this like token's here. It just means you're doing it in book order, right? So you go this line, there's no enemies. This line, no enemies. This line, okay, there's one, so you do him. This line, there's one, so you do him. None, 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 and then you do him, right? So that's why that's there, in case you're wondering why it looks like that. This is because if you play the map sideways or something like that, like if I had like this map like turned like this, you would just turn this token like this so I could still do it the correct way. That's all that is. Okay. Um, so you can perform to 4 actions. You could do the same action several times, right? So my zigzag token got eaten by my new puppy. Oh no, that's sad. So you could do sneak 4 times, right? So it's not like you have to do 4 different actions. You could do several. So what I'm thinking is, if we do a dash, we can move 2 spaces. The problem is there's a chance for noise. The way noise happens is you roll one of these dice for each time you make a noise action. You can tell because there's a little blue circle right here. And that means that it's opportunity for noise to be discovered. So let's say you like dash twice, right? You roll 2 dice and I didn't get a 1. If you get a 1, it's like the exclamation point from the game. And then a noise marker goes down and they will go investigate that noise marker. Okay. It gets a little kind of weird with the rules, but we'll be good. Combat I don't know as well, so we'll get there when we get there, right? I don't think we'll really need to. All right, so if we just sneak slowly, 1, 2, 3, 4, it just get us here, which isn't terrible because we could probably rush it there. Actually, I actually don't hate that. 1, 2, 3, 4. The zone, how far can guards move? It depends. The card will tell us. We don't fully know how far they can move. Their line of sight thing is kind of interesting too. So for example, all right, hold on, let me just put this here so I don't forget. For example, right now, I'm not in this guard's line of sight. And the reason being is because there is an object that's technically in our way. This black line shows that it's in our way. Now, if I was here, I'd be in this guy's line of sight, right? So a lot depends on what's in around you. They have a really good map show or a illustration showing how it kind of works. So basically, you have to check 2 things. One is the guard facing your direction. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. Then 2, you draw a box around it, and if there's any obstacle within that box, then they lost line of sight. So, for example, this guy is, yes, facing the correct way because it's down and we are below them, even though there's a wall here, but there's a wall there. And even if you could somehow draw a theoretical line that way or whatever, it doesn't matter. There's an obstacle in the way. So thus, he can't see you. So it's kind of weird sounding, especially if like they were like right next to you. How didn't they see you? Well, think about it, like in the game, you're right against the wall, right? They don't really see you. That's kind of. I think we're gonna take our time though. I think we'll do all 4 actions of Snake to be super sneaky. Gotta be super sneaky. So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. So we'll go there. So that's our entire what we do. Now we have to draw and resolve the top card of their deck, and their cards will tell us what to do. So you go just in order of what it is. So the very first one is basically saying if somebody was knocked out, in the game when you knock somebody out and the stars are spinning, if they had 2 stars, it would go down to 1. If they had 1, it would go down to none. All right, but we haven't knocked anyone out or anything like that, so we can skip that top one. The next one is for the camera. The camera basically changed the direction it's looking, but we don't have any cameras, so we don't have to worry about that. Then the bottom part is order of operations. So is the alert symbol out there? The alert symbol looks like this. It's not on the table, so we don't have to worry about that right now. Basically, if there's an alert, these guards would move faster. They move 5 spaces. And then we do the rest of these things. So we check for those symbols on the board, this symbol on the board, and if not, they just patrol. All right. So if there was a skull or a star, they would go to those things first, I believe. And if there was a blue question mark, then they would go to that thing. And if not, they just do their standard patrol. Again, I think most of these things should be in the tutorial part 1 when it goes over in the guards section. Cameras. All right. Yes. Activate the guards. Activate guards in all active zones. We only have 1 zone, so starting with the zone closest to the guard priority token, we don't have any of that, so we don't have to worry about that. When a guard activates, it becomes the active guard and will do a variety of things depending on the mode that they're in. The guard priority token represents the top left corner of the map. I don't know what that means. Represents the top left corner of the map. Oh, that's just the zigzag thing. Okay. So you check for line of sight. So important. The active guard ends their movement after they either attack a player, resolve any guard reaction, or is unable to move any further. Right. So guards keep doing guard stuff until one of those 3 things. And they check for guard reactions. Basically, a guard reaction is anytime an active guard is on a exclamation point or a blue question mark or one of the other like knockout tokens, it resolves a guard reaction. Okay, that's fine. So alert mode, we don't have to do that because we're not in that. Investigative mode, which is the active guard is not in alert mode and is nearest or tied to the nearest for any blue question mark or there's a star or crossbones in their line of sight. Okay, so we don't have to do any of that. So none of that stuff is being done. So there's just patrol. So the active guard is in patrol mode. A guard in patrol does not have a target space that they're moving toward. Instead, they patrol their zone for any signs of intrusion, moving space equal to the blue number. So there right now is just moving 3. And the left arrow, we'll get into what that is in a second. So guards will move in the direction they are facing as far as they can. If they were moving to an obstacle, such as a wall or a locked door, or there are no other available spaces in the direction they would move, the guard will find a new path. So on a arrow icon, they will turn facing a certain way. On a visible rotating whatever, they will either rotate or not with remaining movement and whatever. That's fine. All right. So at least 1 occupied states. Okay. Okay. That's what it is. Okay. So for example, we go in book order, right? So this guy's going to move first. He's got to move 3 spaces. So he's going to move 1, but he can't go that way. So he's going to go whatever has the way of least or the quickest way to go. So he's going to turn to the left and move 2, 3. Okay, so now he's moved his entire 3 movement and he went to the left, not turned around because he would go a different way. If he landed on this space, he would change his direction. That's what these arrows mean. Or if he was walking this way and went into this wall, then he had 2 options of which way to go and they were equal. He would do whatever the card said. And the card would say go left, so he would go left. But we didn't do that. Okay, so now this guy, what does he move? 3 spaces. So 1, 2, 3. Again, not in line of sight. And this is the last guy. 1, 2, 3. Again, not in line of sight. So far, very sneaky, very good. We get our action tokens back, and that's like it. We did one whole thing. Now, obviously, if they see me, different things happen, they start attacking, whatever. A lot more can happen, but that's very basic turn structure of what's going to happen. Okay, so we don't deal the guard reactions because there's nothing for them to react to, right? They didn't do the question mark or anything like that or the exclamation point, so we don't do anything with that. Okay, so let me just make sure nothing crazy is happening. Okay. Now I get to move. So I could move in the 1, 2, 3. If I move here, though, well, he's not going to be in my line of sight. That might not be terrible. What I could do is I could dash, right? So if I do a dash of 1, 2, 3, or I'm sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, I can at least get up here. The only problem is, what's the objective? The objective is to get to spot A. Eventually in the video game, once we hit this spot, the elevator is going to come down with a guard on it. We need to hide and then move on with our lives. But that's our objective. So, and this is the tutorial mission. There's 2 tutorial missions. This is the first one, and it's just to like teach you the basics of the game. Then after that, the next 12 are like the real stuff. So it's a guard in your zone. I think. Ugh. Yeah, let's try dashing. So we're gonna dash. Go 1, 2. And 1, 2, 3. So 1, 2, 3. So now we take a die. The reason we're doing this is because on the dash, it says that we make a little bit of noise. That's what this little blue symbol is here. If we roll a 1, they're going to start investigating that space and stuff is going to happen. If I roll anything else, I'm okay. So I thought it was still chat time until the AP pause. All right. All right. So we rolled a 6. We're good, right? So they don't hear any noise. We don't have to worry about it. All's good. All right, so now it's their turn. We do the same exact thing. So we flip over the top card. Nothing is stunned or anything, so we don't have to worry about the top stuff. There's no change in the camera, but we don't have a camera, and there's no exclamation point out there, so we don't have to worry about that. So they're just doing their normal patrol movement still. So again, they're moving 3 spaces, so we go in order. So it goes 1, 2, 3. So he goes 1, and now he has 2 different ways he can go. He's going to turn to the left, his left, which would be 2, 3. It would have been nicer if he were to turn the other way, because now he's going to come down this way, which is actually bad for us. Oh, I have to think about that now. That's not 100% great. Okay, and then this guy is going to be 1, 2, 3. Okay. Interesting. Who? I don't love that. Because the thing is, all right, no matter what card he gets, he's going to start going this way, most likely. There's very few reasons why he wouldn't. Which means we'd have to get there. So how... In order to get A, I think we just have to like, get on the spot, if I remember. Yeah, just land on it and the event triggers. That's all you have to do? Okay, cool. Then can you keep moving after it? Or is it trigger it and end? Like, can I trigger it and run away? Yeah, I think I can. Okay. So my only issue is the guard's going to come down on that tile. So for example, hold on, stage 1. So the guard comes down. Technically, there's a guard here. So what's going to happen is if this elevator comes down, bro's going to have a line of sight right here. Right? If he comes down there. Oh yeah, there's event A. There we go. Whenever you move in this space with an event token, you'll follow the instructions. Okay, yeah. Okay, cool. So Immediately resolve its action labeled. Okay, it was before I thought it was. Okay, cool. So the question is, what I'd have to do, because he's gonna come down and have line of sight here, and this guy's gonna have one. So like I would need to like run, but I don't have enough running to do. Because I could do 1, 2, 1, 2. I'm gonna be in that guy's line of sight. I don't think I'm ready. Go around the backside behind him. Yeah, I think you're right. I think I have to go around this guy and have this like follow this guy around, right? That's probably the safer bet. So let's do that. Because I think if this guy comes down, there's no way, and this is a sneaking mission. So, Giant Lasagna, thank you, dude.
Snake, snake, snark.
Snake. So let's do 4 sneaks. Lasagna, I appreciate that. 16 months, dude. Thank you for the support. Thank you. All right, so we're gonna do 4 sneaks. So we're gonna do 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, be right behind him, holding her little gun thing. Okay, I think that's good then. So now that was our 4 actions. So we do the card. Again, nobody's knocked out. There's no cameras. There's no one on alert. There's none of those other tokens. They just do patrol. They're moving 4 spots now. So he's going left. All right. We do this guy first. So he's going to go 1. He's going to turn left because that's what the card says to do is turn. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm dyslexic. It says right. So he turns right. So it's 2, 3, 4. Now, this arrow means he would turn. But if he turns, he would just be facing the wall. So I think he turns all the way around, if I remember correctly. It faces the other way because he's got to turn right until there's a way he can face. I think that's how that works. Let me double check that really fast. Um, okay. The guard will find a new path. Find a new path. An active guard may need to find a new path when they are not able to move any further in their current direction, or end with a turn thing. They will do this by turning either left or right as face in the direction at least one unoccupied space they could potentially move into, e.g., around corners. If there are paths both left and right, the guard will turn to the direction that is shown in the guard turn order. Oh, wait. Or end their movement. If they do this by turning either left or right to face a direction that's at least. So he could just turn one direction. He would go this way. Never mind. So they will do this by turning either left or right to face a direction that has at least one unoccupied space they could potentially move into, i.g., around corners. Yeah. If there are available paths both left and right, they will turn in the left or right direction shown in the guard card. If there are no paths left or right, the active guard will turn a direction left or right until they face one they can move to. They'll do this by turning left or right. By a new path, they will not be able to move into it. Or they end on that movement. All right. Elevator is lower down the board, I think, out of line of sight. Is it? Let me see. Did I have it in the wrong spot? No, that's right. It's the touch point for it is right in there. So like this tile is going to come into spot 2 when it activates. Right? That's this whole thing that it shows. So this guy isn't like here. He's gonna come down and be right there on the elevator. This is just showing like an empty elevator stuff. I'm late to this game, but thank you for your discount. Buy the same token. I'm counting down the minutes until they arrive for the new. Dude, that's awesome to hear. Congratulations. Make sure you show us in the Discord how it looks when you're done. Okay, so we have that. Then we do this one. What did I say? 4 spices? 1, 2, 3, 4. And now he's gonna turn a different way. Cool. And then this guy is gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4. And he's going to turn because he landed on a turn spot. So he's going to work his way down that way. All right, we're very sneaky, chat. Very, very proud of us. I'm actually going to wait 41 seconds. So now it's our turn. We might as well keep being sneaky, right? 1, 2, 3, 4. Do 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, he doesn't see us because the way this works is you basically draw a box, but he's not facing the right direction. So if we were like here, let's say, he wouldn't see us because of how this because of how the box formation is. Oh, sorry. Okay. So that was me. Now it's their card. Come on, camera. All right. Don't do the top. Do the next. Okay. So there's just a normal patrol still doing 4 and turning right. So we're going order. 1, 2, 3, 4. He's got 2 ways to turn. He's going to turn right though. So it turns this way. All right. Then he goes 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. This isn't bad for us because what we could do now is hit this spot and run away around this corner. And hopefully this guy doesn't see us or we can circle around or something, right? So we can hit spot A to call the elevator and then move back down into here. So we're going to do that. We're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're going to do 1, activates this. So this is going to come down. 2, 3, 4. So now what we have to do is where this little circle is, we have to get into that elevator and interact with it. All right. So we literally just do the interact thing. I think normally you have to roll dice to interact with something, but I think for this game or this stage, they just kind of like let you interact with it and call it a day. So let me make sure. Interact with the elevator while your exclamation point is not on the map. So just interact with it. We're good. Okay, cool. So we're hidden now. That's good. Now it's the guard's turn. Be super sneaky. Dude, I bet this gets harder. Oh, for sure. This is us just learning the game. All right, so normal stuff, normal stuff. Now they're moving 5. Ooh, they're moving 5. Okay. So again, you go in order. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, that's actually really good for us because he's going to turn a different way. Now, what's interesting, actually, we'll get to it in a second. Oh, wait. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, no. Okay, so this is where it gets hard now. He has now seen us because we are in the line of sight. So we now have our alert going on, which means things change. We have 2 guys left. We have this guy and this guy. Now, this guy's stuck in the elevator, so we don't have to really worry about him. But it's going to change. Oh, God, we're stuck in the corner, too. All right, we'll deal with this in a second. So this is going to get a bit rough. So, okay. Facing obstacles, blah, blah, blah. Okay. If there's at least one active in the guard's active zone, if the active guard is in alert mode, okay, that's fine. I believe once they get in line of sight, he attacks us, if I remember correctly. I'm not going to show us. I don't think they have a range in which they can't not attack us, unfortunately. Like, I think they're just going to straight up attack us. So let's make sure. And they, generally speaking, their attack is going to be 2 dice, 2 black dice. We have a defense of 3, so they have to roll a 4, 5, or 6 to deal damage. We only have 4 health, so, we don't want to get shot too much because it's going to hurt. So, if a player is ever in the line of sight, came or guard for any reason, even newly spawned or reviving guards, they are alerted and the player's alert must be placed under the figure. If the player begins a move in the thing, it moves with them. Okay. Enemies and guards and bosses that try to prevent the player accomplishing the mission. Okay, that's fine. Attacking. So guard attacks. The attacker must first ensure that their target is within line of sight. Target is within line of sight. So we're going to have him attack us. These two still have to do their things, but they're going to do a bit different. So we're going to roll. Okay, so it's a 1 and a 1, which is really good for us. Means doesn't hit us. He's a terrible shot. So that's good. Now, what makes it rough is that the rest of the people now move differently, or a bit differently. I'm pretty sure. I think now that it's active, they change what they do. I could double check really fast, but I'm pretty sure that's what it is. Oh, we have to do guard reaction, right? The active guard ends their movement after they either attack player or resolve a guard reaction. Do we have to do a guard reaction? I'm pretty sure, right? When they attack us. Anytime an active anytime the active guard is on the no, they don't. Never mind. They have to be on the space, so they don't. Okay. Fine. Okay, so all right, cool. Goes to the bird token. When the guard activates, it becomes the active guard and will do a variety of things. Okay. Cool. So now this guy's active guard. He is now going to move 6 spaces toward my guy because he heard the noise, right? So he's going to go the quickest way to get to me. So he's going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. I think once he's in line of sight, he doesn't move anymore. I think once he's in line of sight, he calls it a day. And then he's going to attack me. So this is obviously no bueno. We'll attempt to move into the space, moving space up to the red number on the shortest path. Okay. Either attack a player, resolve and go to action, or is then able to. All right, yeah. So they're going to attack me. Okay, so I'm pretty sure he would just attack me now. So roll. Okay, 1 and a 3. So I have a defense of 3, so it doesn't deal any damage. The 1 doesn't deal any damage. So far, so good. This guy gets kind of stuck behind his own guy. They can't leapfrog their own guys for whatever reason. So we have that going for us. Now, our problem is we need to run away and run away fast. I also think their line of sight counts, which is also not good for us. So let's think about how we're gonna do this. Boy, okay. We have no weapons. We can't run away super fast. You can leapfrog their tokens. The problem is when you leapfrog them, I'm pretty sure they attack you, which is not ideal. So you can't activate the elevator while they're correct. Not while they're in there, and not while I have this red exclamation point on me. I can't do that. So I need to, if I leapfrog him, pretty sure they attack you. Did you go over a movement of that? An active guard may find himself in a position where they need to resolve. Okay. Hmm. All right. So I guess we could theoretically run away. Well, how are we going to run away from them? We have to leapfrog the one guy. Does anyone remember? If also welcome Peter. If I leapfrog, I'm pretty sure they deal damage to me. Here we go. Movement. All movement is done orthogonally, never diagonally. Two figures can never occupy the same space. When moving into a space with another figure, it instead moves over that figure. Leapfrogging over any number of figures is still considered one space of movement. So when a player leapfrogs over any enemy figure, they place their exclamation point underneath them. Each enemy that was leapfrogged attacks the player. Line of sight is not required for enemies making this, as they are considered to be attacked by a player when they were leapfrogging. Okay. So that, like, this is still considered one movement, even though it's one. So, I mean, I need to dash, right, a bunch of times. So if I dash 1, 2, so that would be 2 attack done to me. Okay, so 4 does damage. So I have 1 damage done on me. All right, so that was 1. Another dash for 1, 2. The second I get his line of sight, I think he attacks me. I don't know. Maybe that's only for them. Maybe that's. I don't actually. I don't think they do. I think it just triggers an alert. They don't attack me. They only attack me on their thing. All right, we're gonna dash again. So 3, 4. Right now, I'm in no one's line of sight. So this is the last spot they know of my existence, right? And then we're gonna do another 2. 1, 2. So we're running away. This is the last they know of my existence. But we did 4 dashes, which means they could possibly hear movement. Which I think this would take precedent over here then and let them know. I think. If I run away. So, for example, so this just shows an example. If you got into someone's line of sight, they would now know that you were there. So I don't think so. You already are in an alarm state. Yeah, but they don't follow me, right? They lose me at line of sight. Oh, you don't think you need to roll? Okay. Pretty sure you can move diagonally? No. Oh, you sure you can move diagonally? No, but I'd be leapfrogging. Oh, are you thinking I have to leapfrog in a straight line? No. They had a leapfrog example in a turn. No. I know you can do that. Hold on, wait. I just saw that in the rule book. No. Hold on. I'm not crazy, chat. I just saw it. So in their own rules, you're leapfrogging. Don't think of me moving diagonally. Think of me going over them. So I'm still moving orthogonally, just over them. So you're still allowed to do that. Yeah, it's weird because that's how my mind will work too, right? Is I'm moving diagonally, but I'm like, you're not, or whatever. All right, so our alert thing, we're thinking stays right there, right? Because okay. Action on the equipment such as guns, rise because allowed. That's fine. Attention token. Each player has attention token. Investigate an alerted side. When a player makes noise or is seen by a guard or camera. All right. So line of sight. Blah blah blah. Is ever in the line of sight a camera or guard for whatever reason, even newly spawned? They have the alert token. That's fine. That's fine. Attacking. That's fine. Yeah, I think they lose it with line of sight. And then I think they're just going to go back to normal after all this, which will be super nice. I think the alarm token would be down 1 square the last time you were seen by a guard. So I think the only reason I say is because of this diagram. So this guy's line of sight straight down this hallway, and they're saying to put the token underneath you here because they know you went 1 spot past there, right? Like they know the direction you're running, and they don't know anything past that. So that's the only reason I think that. If a player is ever in the line of sight, they are alerted. The player's alert token must be placed under the figure. If the player begins a move in there or moves through a line of sight of one of one as part of a move. Place it under the figure after completing the move. Oh, you have to do after completing the move? Oh, the move. So that would be the move, and then you would do a different move, not all your moves. That makes sense. Okay. So that would be that. Okay. Sorry, we're getting there, chat. The only thing we have to look up really quick is if they land Karakai.
Man, I'm still here even though this dude is weird Kappa.
Thank you. I appreciate it, dude. Thank you for the 33 months, dude. Hope you're doing well. All right, hold on. The only thing we have to look up really quick is after they do the reaction thing, I think they're done checking it out, right? Is at least one the space close to the alert mode, blah, blah, blah. Turn guard mode. If the other guard is in red, use the red. You know, I get that. The only weird thing is I guess maybe it tells us with the guard reactions. All right, we'll just play through it. I think we'll be all right. All right, so that's that. So we got to do their blue card now. Let's just go through this. I'm currently waiting for my Elder Scroll Chip Theory games. Sadly, my pledge wasn't on one of the first 2 containers. I got mine. Once they get to that red token, you look at the guard reaction, and the alarm should be gone, and they will go back to okay. All right, thanks, Peter. All right, so we don't have any top 3. We don't have cameras, so they're gonna move 6 spaces. He's first. So 1, 2, 3, 4. They stop movement when they get to it, right? So either play resolve or resolve any guard or until. All right. So alert mode. They will attempt to move the space into the space, moving up to the red number on the guard token along the shortest path. Okay. So he's gonna go there. Was yours all in? Yeah. So now he is landing there. He stops his movement. He can't see us because there's a wall right here. And then we do the guard reaction. So it's the red one, right? I see what you're saying. This makes a lot more sense now. All right, so we have the red one. So it says remove the red token, then reveal the top. Wait. Let's remove this before we forget about it. Then reveal the top guard order card and place it at the bottom of the deck. So this is making us cycle through a deck faster, and there's a game over card in here would be not great. All right, so that's that. Cool. So now they're going to act normally. Has a Metal Gear Solid game? So far, good. So far, good. I like it. All right, so we did him. We do him now. So he's now moving just 5 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then he's going to go 1, 2. He can't move any further, so he's not going to do anything. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it's exciting to blue stack. Yeah. Okay, so that's everything. So this is good for us, right? We survived with just 1 damage. We have basically to figure out how we're going to sneak around all these guards. I'm not 100% sure yet. But we could be sneaky and get 1, 2, 3. Probably back here. I think the guard does it. I thought guards only moved for their movement. I thought they bumped into each other. They just kind of stopped. But I don't know for sure. I thought I read that somewhere. It does not say. I've seen some guys play this on YouTube. I thought they were doing that. They might be. Well, let's see. The problem is the rules aren't 100%. The rules are not very well done. They're not bad because it's a pretty simple game. All right. All right. When a player leapfrogs over any enemy figures, each enemy that was leapfrog does a thing. Whatever. Yes, but what about enemy movement? Shortest path. All right, guards can leap. Oh wait, here you go. Guards can leapfrog over other guards, but cannot leapfrog over player figures. When a guard encounters other guard figures, the active guard must check to see if there's a space for them to move into and leapfrogging. Okay, there you go. So let's see. It would have been, what was he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then he would have been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Everything would be moved a little bit further, right? So yes, they can leapfrog. That's a good call. I think we might have messed up that once before, so I apologize, but I think we're pretty good then. All right, so he's a little further along. He's a little further along. That's not a big deal. I would dash 2 left and then sneak up. So we can sneak. Well, no, because he might turn, right? 1, 2, 3. Oh no, we can just sneak over to this corner. I think we're just going to do that because if we dash, there's a chance that they're going to start investigating things and just life goes poorly at this point. But we could just casually walk over here and they're just going to do their thing. And I think we'll be all right. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so we're hiding behind that vent. We're good. We do kind of need to hurry though, because we're going to start getting to the red cards where we could start losing the mission. It's possible that we could lose the mission. All right. All right. So this one means that if we're in the same or within 2 spaces, they kind of hear us, but they're not within 2 spaces, so we don't have to worry about that. Camera flips and then the rest. So they're only moving 2 spaces. So 1, 2. He's going to turn. He can go equally left or right. So the arrow says he goes right, which is interesting. He goes 1, 2. Ugh, he's going to go right. 1, 2. He's going to turn this way. 1, 2. Okay. Okay. Not great. So I need to take out this guy. Or I need to get around this guy. I don't need to take him out. I need to get around him. But I feel like I only want to go to like here. Because the only thing that could be bad is if he gets a movement of 2, then we'll go that way. Stab him in the butt. I don't have a knife. You should knock. Maybe the guard on the left will go up to investigate and you can move down to the left. That's true. If we knock, he will come here and he'll do shortest space that way, right? I don't know if he would follow the turn thing because I think he would still want to investigate. Well, hold on, wait. What's the closest one? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so he's actually closer. So if I did like sneak 2 here or snuck here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, he's still closer. I need to sneak to here. Knock. 1, 2, 3. And then like start going around the other way. I think that's what I have to do. Yeah, closest guard is both of them right now. Like these are both the closest. They're equal spaces apart. I'm looking at this a bit closer. I'm reminded of the Rambo board game. I have to check that out. I love Rambo. All right. I don't hate the idea of knocking. Lie in wait. Do you have to take all 4 of your actions? Oh no, perform up to 4 actions. Okay, so we'll take 1 action. I'm gonna move here because then if he goes this way, you go this way. If he goes that way, right? So we'll just hang out there and we'll figure out what to do. Okay, cool. All right, next blue card. Wow, camera, you really don't want to focus today. All right, so they were calling for backup, but we're at our maximum guard count, so they're not going to do that. So we don't have to worry about that. Then we have that. Okay, so he's going to move 3 spaces. So first is this guy. 1, 2, 3. Hey, buddy, how's it going? He's going to go 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. He's going to turn now, and he's going to go 1, 2, 3. Okay. Beast now.
What's you up?
What's you? Dude, thank you for the 34 months, dude. I appreciate that. Hopefully you're doing well. What's up? I'm trying not to die. All right, so 2, 4, 6. I'm almost thinking we run. Yeah, I think I'm gonna run. Because if we just do 1, 2, 3, 4, it only gets us here, which isn't bad. He wouldn't see us, but this guy would probably move enough to see us. These two I don't really have to worry about yet. I'm gonna have to deal with them in a second, but maybe if I can get around here, I'm not so bad. All right, so we're gonna dash 1, 2, 3, 4. So if we go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, actually 7. Yeah, let's do it there. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait. No, I was here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I think that's fine. Okay, so because we dashed 3 times, we got to roll 3 of these to see if they hear us at all. No, we're good. No exclamation point, so we're good to go. Got kind of lucky, but I'll take a look. Okay, that's gonna be a mess over there. Deal with that in a second. Now it's their turn. So this is the last blue one. So we're gonna start getting the potentially game-ending territory. So they're moving 4 spaces. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hold on. We're just gonna put him down just so I remember who did what. 1, 2, 3. He's gonna turn to the right. 4. All right. Then he goes next. 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting. And then 1, 2, 3, 4. Holy cow. Actually, Shadows Juju. Actually, I think we can just run now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh. We gotta hope we can make it all the way in. So we gotta do 2, 4, 6. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then sneak one more spot. Actually, I don't think we have to do the action, do we? I think we just have to get there. Hey, Austin, how's it going, man? I think we just had to get it. Do we have to do the action or no? Interact with the elevator while. Oh, no, we do have to interact with the elevator. Okay. So technically, we're not out of the woods yet. So now we did 3 dashes. If they don't roll an exclamation point, we're fine. Oh, son of a gun. Okay. That's no good. So that's actually terrible. They are now going to investigate my spot. I'm pretty sure that's where it would be. Yeah, the elevator has to. So now I'm in a possibly terrible spot, which is just not where we want to be. But I'm pretty sure. Yeah. Okay. So now we're gonna flip a card. It's gonna tell us what we got going on here. Okay, we didn't lose the game, so that's solid. All right, so there's currently an exclamation point. So the first guard is gonna go to that one, right? The active guard is not in alert mode and is the nearest or tied for the nearest guard to any token. Wait, the active guard is not in alert mode. Okay. And is the nearest or tied nearest guard to any. Okay, so he's not the nearest. So he's not going to do this. He's going to patrol 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so this is the only guard that's going to hear that thing, right? Because it states investigative mode. The active guard is not in alert mode. None of them are in alert mode. And is the nearest or tied for the nearest guard to any blue question mark. Or there are any of those other symbols in the line of sight or in the line of sight of a camera. The active guard is in the investigation mode. Is neither alert mode nor investigate mode. Yeah, so he's not the closest. I do need the Han token. So the other ones are still going to be patrolling. He's the only one that's going to be going to do this thing. So what are they moving? 3. So he's moving 1, 2, 3. He's going to go chill down there. 1, 2. It's tied. So right is the tiebreaker right now. 3. Oh boy. 1, 2, 3. So now he's going to investigate. 1, 2, 3. I'm pretty sure he sees us, right? I mean, there's probably no way he doesn't see us inside this elevator, I would assume, which means we are now in alert phase, which means we can't push that stupid button yet. All right, so he sees us. Actually, would he see us? He would, right? Like, technically, it's kind of a weird thing, but I don't think he can be in the elevator either. I have to figure out if he would actually turn. I don't know if he would actually turn. Because the thing is, he's parallel to us, so we're not really in his line of sight. All right, when the active guard is nearest time for nearest, or the active guard is investigate mode, they will attempt to move into the space, moving space up to the blue number in the cart along the shortest path. If they are tied, they will attempt to move toward the nearest. Okay. Along the shortest path if they are nearest or tied to the nearest guard to it. Otherwise, they will attempt to move toward it. It all depends on technically when he would turn. I don't think he actually sees us yet, which is really awkward because he's just like walking in there. And I think we could just ride the elevator up with him. Because to win the scenario, I think we're fine. It all depends on when the guard officially turns. I don't. Oh wait. Here we go. When the active guard is nearest, when the active guard is the nearest or tied to the nearest any blue circle or whatever, they're in investigate mode. So the active guard is investigate mode. They will attempt to move into the space nearest the blue question mark. Moving spaces up to the blue number up to the guard order card along the shortest path if they're nearest tie to the shortest guard. Yeah. The move toward the whatever. Okay. So here's an example that they have where he walks up this way, right? The guard activates and goes to investigate mode. Although both Snake and Otacon's question marks are in the zone, the active guard is not the nearest guard to either of these tokens. However, they have line of sight to a whatever and will move to there. The guard moves one space in the series of 2, meets them, checks that space, and leapfrogs and does so land in space with or whatever. Okay. All right. Yeah, I don't think he actually does. That's wild. That's a wild way to win. All right, so technically to win this thing, all we have to do is interact with the elevator while our exclamation point is not on the map. Our exclamation point is not on the map, chat. So we're just going to interact. We don't have to do the dice thing, whatever that is. We haven't learned what that is yet. So me and this guy are just going to mysteriously rise up in this elevator, and he's just going to be like, I have no idea what's going on, but I'm sure it's fine. And that's how you defeat stage 1. It's ridiculous. That's an amazing way to win. All right. And that's the first scenario. When was our game? Oh, our game over was on the bottom. We got lucky there. I think you could. I mean, we could probably attack him if we really wanted to. What was silent takedown? If your figure's behind an adjacent guard. Technically, we're not behind him. We're next to him. I think we'd actually have to hand-to-hand combat him.